Hey, Shagdog's here, and life is beautiful. I'm doing, let's tilt that up a little bit. Thought it was a little higher. Don't want it too high though, right? Right. I'm doing a Bulldog Black IPA by Zephyrhills Brewing Company in Zephyrhills, Florida. Beer Advocate, no score, has been reviewed at all. Beer Advocate, for some reason, it's a black IPA or Cascadian dark ale. But on Beer Advocate, it says 4.4% for some reason, but it's not 4.4. I thought it was actually higher or something, but the bartender, when he filled his growler up right here, he put 7%. Maybe it was 6.9. I was thinking it was 7.9. Who knows? We'll say around 7. Yeah, and I had this one at the pub last week, and among other ones, only 5 ounces of each one, but yeah. Now if I just get the damn cap off, because it's a pain in the ass to get off. Holy shit, it's got that one on there tight. Holy fuck, these bottles are. Holy shit. How the hell am I supposed to get this off? I might need a knife. Be right back. It's a weird cap that they put on these things because they put this cap on it. They put this black rubberish thing around it to keep it sealed, but I hope I don't stab myself. I can't see the damn thing because it's black. Yeah, I'm going to stab myself. Yeah, I don't understand this. Now, I like Keto Farms have aluminum can growlers. There we go. Last one I was able to actually twist off with that thing around it, but that one I wasn't. Man. So there we go. Easy peasy. Wow, he filled that right up to the rim too, folks. I mean, that is actually filled up right to the rim of that damn bottle. All right, let's get back to the camera there. Whew. All right, so there it is. Zephyrhills Brewing Company. There's the label. At the bottom, it says pure water, great beer. Zephyrhills is known for their water. They have spring. I don't know if it comes from a spring actually now, but there's a bottled water called Zephyrhills Spring Water. Now, I don't know if these guys use the bottled water for their product or the city's tap water. I'll have to find that out next time I go there. But this is a black IPA. It's called Bulldog IPA. Bulldog Black IPA. Most likely named after the high school there. The high school nickname or mascot is the Bulldogs. So I'm going to guess that's what it's named after. I'll put the cap right back on so keep a little bit of that freshness in there. Oh, man, look at that head. Nice brown, chocolatey looking head, actually. Brown head, a little beige, but mostly brown. Definitely black. Can't see through that at all. Next time I get some beer from these guys, I'm hoping Jammer could join me. Because this is a 32-ounce bottle, even though it don't look like it, but maybe it's a little fatter than your typical 32-ounce malt liquor bottle that you might get. It's definitely shorter. But I did fill 2 of these glasses up, which are the other night, so from the other one I drank, so it should be 32 ounces. But yeah, nice black, nice brown head. Gonna give it a sniffer. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big IPA fan, but black IPAs, I guess because of the roastiness, it's almost like a imperial stout where, might be a little hoppy, but it still has the robust roastiness. Yeah, maybe some chocolate notes, dark fruits. Yeah, like a little bit of piney, but not too much. Floral, piney, citrus maybe, but not a whole lot of citrus in there. Mostly it's like a dark fruit, sweet, fruity, maybe a hint of chocolate. Man, I'm going to fill this up to the rim. Waiting for that head to go down too, but pouring out the old jug here. I'm going to make a band. These are $5 a piece. I'm going to buy a few more. And I'm going to have different levels of beer in each one. I'm going to blow on the bottle, create my own little bluegrass song or something. And thanks to the one viewer that we had watching, and I missed your comment. Oh, Jammer fan. I missed you. Showing 0 viewers now, so let's go ahead and get with this. Now, I wish Jammer was doing this with me because on his background, he's got his green screen thing, and he would have either Zephyrhills Brewing. I'm sure he could find a picture of something. Let's try it, though. Smells great. It tasted great the other day when I had it. Let's try it last week. Let's try it again. Definitely a nice black IPA. I mean, most black IPAs I've had they're hoppy, but I think that fruity, dark fruits, roastiness, whatever heck kind of malts they use or whatever, I love them. I'm really big fan of the black IPAs. After I have a few more different black IPAs, I might even say black IPAs might be my favorite beer. Not quite yet. I got to try a couple more because I've only had about 4 or 5, maybe 6 black IPAs. I know probably about 5 or 6, handful or a little bit more than a handful. One that got me tore up a few years ago was called like something Green Light. It was from Colorado. It was like Green Lightning something. Or something Lightning or I forget what the heck it was called. But that one, I drank a big bottle of that and it tore me up. Tasted good. But it was strong. It was like 9-10%. I chugged it right down. It was so smooth and nice to drink. Had a really good buzz. Plus, I drank something else with it. So, shout out Jammer fan. Anybody else watching? Subscribe, comment. There we go. Gotta get that new shirt in there, right? Life is beautiful. Look, you got your hops, your barley. I guess that's malt. Sounds right. I don't know. And of course, your water, which is the most important thing. I like it. It's hoppy, a little citrus piney in there, but that hoppy or the dark roastiness, the dark fruits, a slight hint of chocolate maybe in there. It's pretty good. Now, I couldn't drink too many of these. It is a little strong, so it's not like I'd sit here and drink like 6 pints of these or anything. But I try. Very nice, smooth. And, when I went to this place, I was a little skeptical because one person told me that all their beers taste the same, all the different styles. Not that they actually tasted the same, but that they probably use the same hops in every single beer because they could taste certain taste in every single beer. But out of the few that I've had by them, I'm not tasting. It's not like when you go with Sam Adams, some of their specialty beers they use. They got that's like the noble hops or whatever type of hops, and you taste it and you can tell, yeah, that's the Sam Adams, without even looking at the label, Or Harpoon's another one. But I tried 8 of their beers, and then the other day was the 9th one that I've had by them, and I didn't taste any similar hop in each one, Like if you put all of them in front of me, I'd taste, okay, which beer you like, and how many companies do you think made all these beers? And I'd probably guess Sal's. What's 8 beers, 8 companies? I don't know, 2 companies. I would have been able to tell that the same company made it, and it's pretty good. These are pretty good, actually. Oh, got a damn hair in my mouth. If you're ever in the town of Zephyrhills, stop by Zephyrhills Brewing Company. It's a brew pub, I guess. Now they serve food, so otherwise they would have been closed during this whole COVID thing up until a week ago. Then the governor announces, all right, now, because I guess, was it a week? I can't remember. Yeah. Oh, yeah, a week ago, the governor announced they have to, certain counties still have a mask mandate. Like the county I live in has a mask mandate. Before I get into that, let me grade this. For what it is, a black IPA. I mean, it's not super strong. Like some black IPAs I've had a really strong alcoholic taste to it. Still masked by the dark fruits and all that kind of stuff, but this one's a little easier to drink than some of those other ones I've had. I'm not sure if that's because the ABV is maybe a little bit lower. I don't know. This is supposedly 7% is what the bartender put on there. I thought it said 7.9 up on the board, but maybe it was 7, or maybe it was 6.9, and he rounded it off to 7. I can't remember. I thought it was a 0.9, something 0.9. But anyhow, he didn't write down the IBUs either. I was going to write down the IBUs, but I'm going to give this a minus. That's how good this one is. A minus and a swallow and for what it is, a swallow and a half. A minus and a swaff. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like the black IPAs. I know certain people don't think I like dark beers, but if any main viewers on here knows Shagdog, I like stouts, some porters, mainly stouts, black IPAs. Every black IPA we've had, I've given a good score, I think. So there you go. Of course, all those ones are gone, and digital oblivion, I guess that's where you call that when they delete your channel. Is that where your videos go? Digital oblivion? Or is it digital nirvana? Anyhow, anything else going on? Oh, yeah, let's talk about the mask thing. Yeah. So now in the state of Florida, you can't be arrested or fined, which I didn't think that was happening anyhow for the mask. I think maybe some people, I don't know. But anyhow, the governor last Friday announced, you can't be fined, no mask mandate. You can't be fined or arrested for not wearing a mask. But on the other, that's going to cause more problems because on the other hand, I've seen it already. Customers like, oh, the governor said we don't have to wear a mask. And I've seen some restaurants or whatever, they're like, no, you got to wear a mask here. Or even though there's some that still have their doors closed, or you go inside to order, but you can't dine in. You go in to order, take it out, And people are walking in there without a mask. And some of the places aren't even saying anything to the people because they're scared. And some of them are saying, hey, you got to wear a mask to come in here. So, yeah, I think it's going to cause problems. But if someone got shot, wait, that wasn't about the mask, though. Okay. That was about somebody getting evicted. So he shot the property manager. 86-year-old man shot this 50-year-old property manager because he was being evicted. Trailer park down in Sarasota area, I believe. He was being evicted. I don't know why he couldn't pay because COVID-19 didn't affect anybody's Social Security checks, right? Unless he wasn't getting Social Security yet, which I can't imagine being 86. And then he's working and he got laid off. I don't know why he couldn't pay his rent if he's been there for a while. But anyhow, he's getting evicted, so he shot the female manager of the place. And felony, the moral is not the moral of the story, but he's going to get free room and board now at the state pen. Maybe that's why he did it. He was sick of paying rent and stuff, so he's like, "Fuck it, I'll shoot this bitch." And I'm not saying she's a bitch. I'm just saying what the guy might have been thinking. I'm going to shoot this lady and go get a free room and board at the prison, 3 hots and a cot, right? Which sounds great in theory, on paper or whatever. 3 hots and a cot, right? Get to go to the rec yard, really? I get to work out. 3 hots and a cot and work out, get pumped up. But you ain't touched no girl for a long time, dude. Unless you're in one of those states that allow that convalescent visit or whatever the hell they call it. Conjugal visit, yeah, not convalescent. I think convalescent is something to do with being sick, right? Which there's not too many states that allow that shit. But damn, I hate doing beer reviews without my buddy Jammer. I don't know where he is. He just doesn't like doing beer reviews with me anymore, I think. No, we still are doing the Fall-toberfest also. So Fall-toberfest to us is pretty much middle of September to the end of November, Thanksgiving, after Thanksgiving, where we do fall beers, Oktoberfest beers, pumpkin beers, that kind of crap. But we only did a few so far. We got more to go, though. And as you know, Oktoberfest is in the actual Oktoberfest is in Germany. I think the last week of September it's held. It's like 9 days, I believe. And I think it's like the last week of September that it runs into the first week of October or something. So I think it's like over on October 4th, middle of, I don't know, some weird. So it's not like a whole month. If you have something called Oktoberfest, to me that sounds like it should be a celebration for the whole month of October. But no, they celebrate it like last week of September and part of the first week of October. Look it up on Wikipedia. I'm not going to look it up for you. I've read it. I know what it is, but the memory banks is not pulling out. Exactly. I'm close, though. I guarantee I'm close. I may not be always right with something coming up with my memory, but I'm close. Jammer fan, thanks for watching earlier. I guess you came. I didn't respond to you and you left. I'm sure you got more important things to do. I might do one more beer review after this. I got a typical American beer in the fridge. I might do that. I was trying to save that for Halloween. Not that it's a Halloween beer, but I could do the review tonight, and then I got a little thing to do with it either for Halloween or some other time. Yeah, I might do that. But things are looking good for the Shagdog. We should try to kick this quick. I don't want this video. Last time I did the Zephyrhills Brewing Company's stout, And it took me like an hour to do the damn video and drink this whole 32 ounces. I'm going to try to get this one down. I probably shouldn't even drink the whole damn thing. I probably should have just left it in there and capped it back up, huh? But, you know, when you're pouring a beer or you're drinking a beer, you got to drink the whole thing. I don't have nothing much to say tonight. I'm just tired. I woke up last night I went to bed around 10:30 or 11. My whole life has changed since July. I never went to bed that early. Matter of fact, all my jobs I've had in pretty much my adult life after the Army is I've worked night shift, either mostly overnight shift, graveyard. A few times, though, a couple months, I'll count my hand, 5 or 6 months, maybe. Oh, well, maybe more than that, actually. But some places I work, like, you know, afternoon to 10, 11 o'clock at night, midnight. But most of the years, overnight, whatever. I'm a night person. And then last year when I left my previous job, I started doing this current job in December, which I was still in night mode. So I was doing it during the nights. You know, I'd start at 4 or 5, 6 o'clock at night, go to like 10, 11, 12 at night. That would be my shift. And then I took a break. That was December to March. March, I took a break because of COVID-19. And I decided, you know what? I'm up early. I've been going to bed earlier because not going out to the bars, not doing anything during those 3 months I was on quarantine, self-quarantine. So I was going to bed around, I did stay up a little later than I do now still. I stayed up around 11, 12, 1 o'clock, you know, watch some TV or something. But then I started getting I started walking, actually. I was walking like anywhere from 3 to 4 miles a day, and I usually did it late afternoon, early evening before the sun went down or while the sun was going down. So I'd actually, you know, I'd get done, take a shower, and then after doing that, usually about 10 or 11, I was getting tired. Sometimes I tried to stay up till 11:30, watching news or whatever, but I was going to bed, you know, and sleeping walking helps. Try walking, like after you get off work or whatever in the afternoon, go walk like 2 or 3 miles. Go home, take a shower, eat dinner, whatever you got to do, and then see if your sleep really good. Because I was sleeping the best I've slept in years. Actually, I was sleeping like pretty much 8 hours usually, sometimes even 9. And I rarely sleep 8 or 9 hours over the last 10 years. Usually I'm lucky if I get like 6 hours of sleep, 7 maybe. But anyhow, I haven't been walking since I've been back to work in July, so that's probably why I'm not sleeping as good now. But I'm still going to bed early. Like I'm tired as heck, usually around 10, 10:30, time to go to bed. And I plan to wake up at 6:30, which would be 8 hours, but I usually wake up at 4:30. Got to take it must be an old man thing with my prostate. Got to take a tinkle. Then I go back to bed, and it takes me forever to fall back to sleep because I'm the type of person, once I wake up, I'm pretty much up. But I'm like, God, if I stay up from 4:30. So I eventually fall back to sleep, and then I wake up, the alarm goes off 6:30 or whatever. I'm like, okay, let me, because I don't have to be at work till 8, or that's when my schedule starts. So let me reset that to 7. Okay, so I'll wake up at 7. So anyhow, not sleeping as good as I was when I was walking during the COVID quarantine. And I was drinking more back then. Wow. Yeah, because I'd walk sometimes. I'd be like, not drinking too much when I was in quarantine, but I did drink about 3 times a week probably. Now I'm drinking about once a week. Usually on Fridays I drink. I did drink the other night on Wednesday. I had the Wednesday night beer fight and did the Zephyrhills stout. Pretty good. It's this one. If you don't like IPAs, you might not like this one. If you don't like strong, dark, roasty beers like Imperial Stout or a dark porter, or heavy porter, or whatever, you might not like this because it's like 2 of them combined. It's like a strong Imperial Stout mixed with an IPA or something. You know? And I don't like IPAs. And really, the hoppiness of this, I can taste the hoppiness, you know. And there's a strong IBU, I believe, in this one. I'm not sure how high it is, but the darkness, the roastiness, the darkness shall prevail, right? It covers a little bit of that hoppiness, but I can still taste it. If they had whatever the heck, the dark malts and stuff make this dark and roasty and sweet, dark fruits, I probably wouldn't even drink this. Anything else going on in the world? Oh, our president. I don't usually like to do political stuff on this. Anyhow, me and Jammer, we get on some political topic and we'll be going like 30 minutes on it without realizing it. But our president has coronavirus, supposedly. He was tested for it. I mean, I'm going to say they're not going to lie. So it's him and like a couple other people in the staff, his wife. Somebody's like, oh, he's probably lying, because that debate didn't go well for him the other day. I don't care how well that debate went. When you say that Antifa is not an organization, it's an idea, that should cost you an election right there alone. When you're being asked about the Green Deal, and you're like, no, you're not for it. And you're like, you are for it, but yours is going to be different. It's going to be called the Biden deal. Yeah. There was something else that he wanted to answer. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Even a little speech thing he had before the debate or something somebody asked him. And I'm shocked because somebody asked him something good, and he said, no, I can't answer that. If I say yes or no, it's going to be a problem if I answer that, so I'm not going to answer that. So you want to answer a question. Fucker won't answer certain questions. And then it's like he is the damn Democratic Party. But then when he asked him, well, if you're the Democratic Party, how come you didn't call the governor or the mayor of Portland or governor of Oregon? See, we got to get this thing, take care of all this violence, riots, whatever going on for. He goes, well, I'm not holding public office. You can't call them. You're running for the president of the United States. I'm sure if you call a governor or a mayor, they might listen to what you have to say. Damn dog face pony. But I do believe they're giving Biden the rat medicine. What I mean by that is 2018. And my hair is jacked up tonight. 2018, there's a study done. A certain medication, I'm not sure what kind of medicine it is or drug or whatever, but it's to help combat dementia, basically neurological small vessel disease. So what this medication does, they basically got rats with dementia. I don't know how you tell a rat has dementia. Well, I guess maybe you do an MRI on their brain. They got the gray matter or whatever spots, I guess, like someone has dementia. But anyhow, this drug slowed the progress of it getting worse. Basically, you got that. There's 3 different types of dementia, but that one caused from neurological small vessel disease. Basically, it's like the vessel in your brain is dying, so the blood's not going to the end part of that vein. So basically, that part of the brain is not getting oxygen. But this drug supposedly slowed or stopped the progress of that, or in some cases, even reversed it. I don't know how, if the blood vessels do. But anyhow, maybe if it's early, not severe yet, probably, I don't know. But I'm thinking Joe Biden's taking that rat medicine. Because, he's not doing great, but he's doing a lot better than he has in some of these speeches. Unless he's taking a nappy nap before time to get on stage. Good beer, good times. It's beautiful. Beautiful. I like this little angel back here. Oh, what else can I talk about? Wow. Nothing else, huh? I'm just too tired, folks. I thought Ronald the Riot, Louisiana Beer Reviews, I thought he did something on Friday nights, or the group thing, but I guess he doesn't. I was going to try to jump in that. Oh, well. But I'm looking for new beer reviews. If you want to do beer reviews live with me, we get together on the phone, on here, message, coordinate what beers we're going to do. Facebook, we can add each other, whatever. And we do beers because, Jammer can only do it once every 2 weeks, and sometimes he can't even do it then. So I'm always looking for another partner because I think two heads are better than one. Yep. But definitely, doing a beer review, you got to be on your top game, folks. Make sure you're fresh and relaxed, well rested. Don't come out here tired like it's a debate or something. You'll be yelling all over each other. And me and Jammer have done that a few times. I think that's because we're tired, or one of us is tired. But when we come out here fresh, and we're both well rested or rested enough, well, you can tell what happens to me most times. I'm yawning and falling asleep by the last video. But there's been a couple times where I came out pretty good. Matter of fact, I think it was only 1 or 2 times ever where Jammer fell asleep on a video. That was back in February or March. But that was one of those days he was crazy for doing a beer review, I thought, because he worked like at 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then we got together at like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, started doing beer reviews, 6 o'clock maybe. And here we are doing beer reviews 11, 12 o'clock at night. He's almost been up 24 hours. I finally got him. Not me, just a regular day like right now, waking up at 6:30 in the morning, working all day. And then come do beer reviews. I'm not at the top of my game. Matter of fact, I do deliveries, and one of my last deliveries ended up being to a cul-de-sac. And it was like a 5-digit address number. It was 51, like say 32510. I'm coming down the road, and all the even numbers are on the right, though. But Google kept telling me it was on the left. Your destination is on the left. That says it usually before you get there, like 5-6 houses or whatever, So if your destination's on the left, but I'm like, I look, and there's 3 instead of 510, it's 501. So just because I'm thinking it's on the left, I don't know if I got a little dyslexics and a little bit her telling me it's on the left. Forgot it was supposed to be 510, not 501. I get to the door. It's a non-contact delivery, so I put the stuff on the table in front of the door, ring the doorbell, start getting out of my car, and then some dude comes out and goes, "Hey, I think you got the wrong place. You got the right address?" I'm like, "Yeah." I look at their house. I'm like, "Yeah, 501, all right." And I look at my phone. I'm like, "Oh, it's 510." I'm like, 510. And then I went, "Oh, I saw, must be my dyslexia," which I do think I have a little dyslexia. But anyhow, the dude is like making fun of me out loud in front of all of his neighbors. He's like, "Man, you got the wrong house, pal. I'll take that pizza." He's like making a big scene. I'm like, "Dude, okay, I got the wrong house. I get it. You know where 510 is?" And he's like, "Well, I don't see it because we're 50 or whatever, 501. That's 514, and that's or 513 or 512, 511. I'm like, well, it must be that next one there. It must be 510. So okay, it's going even on that side as it comes around. He goes, "Well, I don't think that's 5-1." I'm like, "Well, it must be. We can't see the address because there's a fucking tree in it. But if that's 513, or 512, 511. Hello, 510. Something like that. So I drove over there. Actually, that house wasn't 510 either. Some of these neighborhoods around here like skip numbers too. You go to the neighborhood, it'd be like 511. Next house be 515. Next house be 521. It's like, fuck did the numberings on these houses? Why didn't you do 511, 513? Yeah, I know odds are on one side, evens on one side, but they're skipping like 4 or 5 houses. Stupid. But yeah, I got the right address. I was like, you know what? Maybe I should call it a day. I must be getting tired. And then I went ahead and did one more order. And then that person wasn't even home. I came around the corner and, of course, Google says your destination is on the left. I'm like, I look over. There's ladies standing outside. I'm like, oh, it must be her. But I'm looking at the address, and it was on the mailbox. Can't even read the numbers. So I'm like, shit. Then I get to the next house, and it was 2 numbers away from that one. The other one, and the next house is 4 numbers away. I'll say, okay, it must be the first house in the corner. I go back because Google will tell you the destination's on the left, and it ends up being 3, 4 houses down. And I do a U-turn, come back, and there was a lady in the yard when I went by there. Well, when I come back, somebody's in a van, like a work van, like TV repair or whatever, cable guy type van, leaves. So I don't know if that was her or her hubby, or there was actually 2. There was another van parked there, so I'm like, with nobody in it. So I'm like, where did that lady go? I'm like, oh. So I knock on the door, ring the doorbell, knock on the door, ring the doorbell again. Nobody's answering. I'm like, and it's not a no contact delivery. They said hand it to me, so I usually hand it to them. I'm like, what the hell? So then I tried calling them or texting. Hey, got the delivery here. You want me to put it on the table here? Or I've rang twice and knocked on the door once, and I waited about a minute, no response. So then I called, and some dude answered. I don't even think anybody was home. I think it was that lady. She was waiting for me. She saw me. I'm looking for an address. She should have said, oh, do you have my stuff? And then I pulled around, and she drove right by me, apparently. So I don't know if she was waiting for it, and then she left. She said, screw it, left. I don't know. But a dude answered. I say, hey, I got this delivery here. He goes, oh, just leave it right there on the table. I'm like, okay. Lord. Pretty good beer. It is hoppy though. I was thinking P. Diddy might like this one because P. Diddy don't like hoppy beers, pale ales, IPAs, nothing. But I was thinking he might like this one because it covers a little bit, but it is hoppy. You can taste the hoppiness, so he might not like this. I don't know what the IBU is now. One of the best beers, dark beers that we did, that was really hoppy, but you could barely taste it. I mean, you could tell it was there, but it was masked very well. Was it the Sasquatch? I think it might have been the Sasquatch, which I don't see around here anymore at all. I do see the Rasputin occasionally. Sasquatch Imperial Stout, though I haven't seen that in a long time. And another funny story is today I'm doing deliveries, and there's this coffee hemp shop. It's in a medical center area, but I think it used to be a doctor's office, but they changed it to a coffee hemp shop. So I pick up an order from there, and they can finally let you go in. So I've been there before, but they usually have the door locked. They bring it out to you, but now they got it so you can go in. So I went in, and I discovered that they sell craft beer. In our area here, it's hard to get good craft beer. They got some stuff that's kind of like macro craft beer pretty much, but this place I see a pyramid of craft beer cans, and it says something about half off or whatever. I'm like, oh, and I'm like, don't sell any of that beer around here. I'm like, oh, I said, you sell craft beer? And he's like, yeah. I was like, oh man. I said, I do beer reviews. I said, we're always going to Tampa or Wesley Chapel or whatever to get beers, because there's stores around there selling anything good. And he goes, yeah. He goes, well, if you go online, it's only half off if you order online and you come pick it up, which I find really ridiculous. But anyhow. But he goes, but you better hurry because Sunday is our last day selling beer. I'm like, damn. This whole time I could have been buying some beer there. But he only has like, I think, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 beers that they have. But a couple of them we'd never done before. I never even seen before, I think. So I told him I might stop by tomorrow to get some, whether online or I'll pay the full price. I don't even give a crap. But, yeah, we could have been buying some beers from there. Apparently not too much since they only have 7 on hand. So now the one I used to go to used to have 4 aisles of beer. And then one time I went there, they had like 1 aisle and half of another aisle. And then the last time me and Jammer went there, they had like 1 aisle of beer or some crap like that. So now we got to drive farther into Tampa to get craft beer. It's like, it's ridiculous. And I don't drive all the way down there. I'm just, even though I drive for my job, I'm not driving all the way down to the middle of Tampa by the stadium. We got to drive through all that traffic. I don't do that mess. Now, there's one liquor store. It does have some craft beer there. Like, person I know called me up and said, hey, we got all these craft beers that just came in for Oktoberfest. And I was like, oh. I said, you got any singles? Because they never sell singles. They might have 1, 2, 3 beers, different beers that they're selling singles of. She goes, no. She goes, we don't do that because most times they don't sell or something, you know. Well, they're eventually going to sell if you let them sit on the shelf for long enough, but they won't do it. They had like 2 or 3 beers on the shelf that weren't the Oktoberfest. That stuff just all came in that day or whatever, the previous day. So I went in there. Luckily, they did have a mixed 12, of Elysian pumpkin beers by Elysian. So I think me and Jammer did 1. We still got 3 more to review of that, 3 pumpkin beers. And I wasn't really impressed with the first one. We did that one because of the pumpkin stout. Pumpkin beer in a stout style, but it's still considered a pumpkin or fruit field beer or whatever, or pumpkin beer, whatever. I think we got their own style now in the beer advocate for pumpkin beer. But anyhow, well, it didn't taste anything like a stout. I wasn't very impressed with that Elysian pumpkin stout. I did get 1. Did we already drink the Oktoberfest? I think we did. Yeah, we already reviewed the Oktoberfest too. So out of that bunch I bought that day, we still got 1 pumpkin cider to review and 3 Elysian pumpkin beers. And maybe next time me and Jammer get together, I'll stop by over here and get another jug of something. This would probably be better with a third person, though, if we ever get a third person to join us. I've been trying to get a special guest to come on with the both of us at the same time, but it's hard, man. A lot of people are either got too much on their plate, got kids, got a spouse, I won't let them go out and get drunk with friends or, stuff like that. I don't know. Well, I got any left in there? God, I got a lot left in there still. Holy shit. It's still up to here. Yeah, I might not do another one. Yeah, I almost got 3 glasses out. I still got a little bit left in there, too. Damn. I should go down. Heads all the way to the top. Anyhow, anything else? Oh, I already talked about the other night, Wednesday night. Road Warrior Animal died on the 22nd. I didn't hear about it until the 28th of September, but he died on the 22nd. That's kind of weird, huh? On the news tonight, with the president having coronavirus, a lot of big news. Compared it to when Reagan got shot, he's going to the hospital. I guess because that's the last time the president go to the hospital for anything serious, I think. But even CNN and those channels are like, our best wishes for the president and stuff like that. But I'm like, I wish I could hear these fucks talking when they're off the air. But you know, a whole bunch of people, anti-Trump people on Facebook, oh, good, I'm glad he got coronavirus. Hope he dies, stuff like that. Which is there's not a lot of Christians, actually. People below the age of 40 compared to the people above 40, a lot less percentage of the population is a Christian or religious for that matter. We're in for a lot of trouble, folks, over the years. Over the years to come, especially our generation that's like 44 and older, Generation X and older. We're in for a lot of trouble because a lot of these kids they think not getting a PlayStation is the hardest part of life or whatever, they think everything should be free and handed to them. I mean, we thought the same thing, but not that bad. We didn't think, oh, we should get free college and we should get free this and free that, free energy. And back in our days, we just, we want free lunch. And that was about it, I think. Pretty good, 7%. I might close this video out and then maybe do one more video. I'm at 46 minutes, so I guess that's going to do it for this one, folks. Jammer fan, thanks for watching earlier. Thanks to one new subscriber that we have, I think. Let me double check. I thought we had one new one. If I could find it. Remember to tell your friends, especially you, Jammer fans, subscribe, comment. Subscribe, comment. Oh no, we're still at 12. I thought we had a new one. But we did have someone new the other day on watching our videos, so which was Chughead. I don't know if he's a recent subscriber, if he was subscribed to our. He sounded like he watched all our old videos too, so that's cool. Chughead, Jammer fan. I'm not sure where anybody else that watched this, but it's been a good one. I probably won't do this other beer because by the time I finish this glass, and then I got a little bit left in here. I think that might be it for me tonight. I mean, look at my glasses are getting crooked already, like I'm drunk. But we can see you on the next one. Probably next week, I might be doing another solo video myself. Maybe in 2 weeks, you'll see Jammer. Maybe he'll do a solo video. Who knows, right? But I'm thinking either 2 weeks from now or 4 weeks from now, one or the other, me and Jammer get back together. Although the numbers are going back up. So I'm trying to keep an eye on the numbers. Jammers, I mean, even though I work in the open with a lot of people, I have my mask on all the time. And Jammer does more traveling than I do. I'm sure there's people at work he's around. Probably they don't wear their mask inside, most likely. I don't know. We'll see. See if we can do some live ones together. Maybe we could even stay apart somehow, He was even thinking both of us have our laptop and hook up. Might be 6 feet apart, do the split screen thing, but still be like 6 feet apart. I don't know if that's possible or not, but we can try that too, I guess. And do it on his back patio so we're outside, so we got fresh air blowing or whatever. We'll see. Yeah, that'd be fun. Matter of fact, I could hang out with him. He could have it be on one side of the patio with his green screen. I could be on the other side with his backyard behind me. You'll think we're in a different place, but you might pick him up on my microphone. It might be echoing. All right, Shagdog, Spit or Swallow Beer Review. We'll see you on the next one. I was going to do, when I finish this, it's probably going to take me a little while, 20, 30 minutes. I might do another one later for anybody that cares. I might not. But we'll see you on the next one if I do. If not, we'll see you next week. The Shagdog said so. Screw the rock. Steve Austin all the way, right? All right, we'll see you on the next one, folks. I am Shagdog, the Spitter Swallow Beer Review. One of the worst solo beer reviews I've ever done. Oh, well.